and I had not yet been able to get to the sentence that I was going to make a Siyum in remembering for. And I promised you that I would eventually finish it and come back and we would take care of business. So usually in a Siyum, you read the last bit of the Gemara of the Masechet. The Masechet I learned is Makos, which is right after Sanhedrin in the Seder of Nazik, and it has to do with Makos means lashes. It's all about the punishments that the Sanhedrin would give out if you did certain things. And generally, when you do a Siyum, you do the last, you say the last piece of the Gemara, but I'm going to do something tiny bit different and read the last part of the last Mishnah, which may be familiar to you because we say it every day in Shul. It says, Rav Chananya ben Akasha Omer, Rav Chananya ben Akasha says, Ratza HaKadosh Baruch Hu L'Zakos Es Yisrael, that Hashem wanted to give to give merit to Yisrael. So therefore, he gave them a multitude of Torah and mitzvahs. And how do we know that? Because it says in the pasuk, that Hashem desired for the sake of our righteousness, for us to be righteous, that the Torah be expanded and strengthened. Now I want to say one thing. If you think about what this means, there's 613 commandments, and that's a lot. And it's a lot to do. And if you think about how daunting that is and how scary that is, that for Olam Haba you might have to do 613 different things, it would scare you to the point where you would be paralyzed and you wouldn't do any of them. So the Rambam explains very, very beautifully, and it makes perfect sense, that that's not why he gave us all these mitzvahs. He gave us so that you could take one mitzvah. You can take one mitzvah and do it right with complete devotion and do it perfectly. And the example that's given often is that there's a mitzvah not to eat a sheretz. A sheretz is a disgusting animal, a rat. There's 7 instructions, animals that nobody would ever eat. So why is it a mitzvah not to eat a sheretz? Nobody's going to eat it anyways. But that's the point, because that's a mitzvah that we can all do. So I want to tell you one thing. My mother-in-law, she was born in the shadow of Auschwitz after both her parents, by some incredible miracle, survived it. They fled to Uruguay. They moved here in 1981 to Elizabeth, and her Rav Taitz's father, Rav Pinchas Heitz, was there to greet them with open arms. She didn't speak a word of English. Her best friend was Amir's mother, who didn't speak a word of English, but they had the one thing in common together, is that they were both Jews, both children of survivors, and they spoke Yiddish. And so they were the best of friends, and I think it's an incredible thing. And my son, this woman, Morachana, is his teacher today. But her mitzvah, just as an example, was Hachnasa Shabbos, preparing for Shabbos. And every day you say Shir Shel Yom, and it says Hayom Yom Shabbos, and it says today is the 4th day from Shabbos. Everything's from Shabbos. And every day she was consumed that, it's Wednesday, you got to make the soup. Thursday, you got to make this. That the whole week was devoted to for Shabbos. I'm not saying that's your mitzvah. There's some mitzvahs that are so hard we can't even imagine. Some mitzvahs that based on the basic mikdash we not even eligible to do, like korbanos. Since this for me was the difficult thing in the world. If it's hot, it's a huge struggle. So find that mitzvah, find that one thing. I'll leave you with one thought. When the Lubavitcher Rebbe in the early 90s was very sick, they put out a full-page ad in the New York Times. And it said, and it was his birthday, and it said, give the Rebbe, and I'm not a Lubavitcher, I'm a purebred Litvak. But I had this thing on my wall for 4 years in college, and it's because it said, give the Rebbe a birthday present that he wants. Choose one mitzvah. And that could be a birthday present. And maybe in the list of my mother-in-law, Vittel Bas Moshe, who died just 2 years ago, we can all be zochah to do more mitzvahs, whether it's 613 or just not eating a sheretz, whatever it is. That's what matters. Hashem didn't give the Torah to the Malachim. He gave it to humans that are fallible and have problems and that struggle. And you can struggle, and it's not an all or nothing thing. And I apologize, I'll say one more thing. Hashem at Matan Torah gave 10 commandments. 2 of them were said out loud to the Jews, and the other 8 were given to Moshe to give over to the people. The 2 that were given to the Jews was Anochi Hashem Elokecha, I'm your God. As long as you accept that, and you try to make yourself a better person and continue to improve on your own mitzvahs, that's what Hashem wants from you. Hadron Allah, Elohim Chokim v'Tzakin Lo Masekim Makos. Hadron Allah Masekim Makos, v'Hadron Allah. V'Tatan Allah Masekim Makos, v'Tatan Allah. V'Yishem Minakim Masekim Makos, v'Yishem Minan. Lo ba'om ha'adem v'lo ba'om ha'adaseh. Yiraz ma'finach ha'nai Elohim Elohim v'Tzeim Shetei Torah Zechai V'Yisenu U'Masinu Ba'olam Hazeh V'Tzeim Mayu L'Olam Haba. Chanina Bar Papa Rama Bar Papa. Nachman bar Papa, Chai bar Papa, Abba Mori bar Papa, Rafim bar Papa, Rafi bar Papa, Tzurcha bar Papa, Ada bar Papa, Zora bar Papa. Have not an Elohim Elohim Elohim. As Tibrei Taraska, if he goes, I'm coming to Israel, and Kulanu, Anachnu, it's a Tay, I'm coming to Israel, Kulanu, Deshemecha, Volamde, Tortecha, Lishma. Very, very, Kimain, Mitzvah, Kimila, Along Hili, Libi, Tamim, Desputecha, Lamala, Yavod, Alam, Lo, Eshkach, Kadecha, Ki Bam, Ki Tani Baruch Atah Adonai L'Adin Tokecha Amen 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 Shalom Amen Modim Anachnu L'Fanecha Adonai L'Olam V'Tzeinu Shesam Tzechakenu Miyoshev Beis Midrash V'lo Sam Tzechakenu Miyoshev Karaniyot She'anu Mashkivim V'hem Mashkivim Anu Mashkivim L'Divrei Torah V'hem Mashkivim L'Divrei B'Teilim Anu Amilim V'hem Amilim Anu Amilim Mikali Star V'hem Amilim Ein Mikali Star Anu Rotzim V'hem Rotzim Anu Rotzim L'Chaya Olam V'hem Rotzim L'Ber Shachas She'namar V'Atah Elohim Toritain lever shachas. Anche doni mirmalo yachatzimi mehem v'ani yaftakmak. Yerizol v'nach v'anay Elohai. Kashem she'atartani yisayim masechem makos. Kinta azarin lakil. Masechem svarim v'achim l'sayim. Limo l'lamed lishon l'asas. L'kayim es kol divrei Talmud Torah v'alva. V'zukuz kol tzanay v'amorayim. V'talmidei chachamim. Yamod li zari shelo tamush t'hatar v'pi zari v'zera zari ad olam. ותקיים בי, ותתחילך, תדחה אותך בשחך, תשמור עליך והקיצוצה, היא תצחך, כי בי ירבו דמך ויוסיפו לך שנוס קיים, אורך עמים ימינה ושמאלה, יושר לכבוד, לעמוד ייתן, אדוני יברך השלום והשלום. יסגדה וסגדה שני רבה. אמן. ועמדתי היא דעתי לדסה, לחיה מסייע, לחיה יעצמם לחיי עמה, ובני קרטוב ומשלם, ושל גאולה להקבוד וגאווה. ומהכד פלחנה נפרה מן הרב, ולטובה פלחנה דישמעאל לארצי, ולמליק ליושב בריחו. ומחצה ויקרא ויצמח וקנה וקרא משיחי. וחייפון ומחון וחייב חובץ ישראל וגלוז מהקריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רחב וברך ללב ומאה ומיה, יתרח ושבח יתברך ושמרן ושסי, יסדר וסלב וסלש מן קדושה בריחו. לילה מקור חסר שרסת שחסר ונחסה דמירו ויומא ואמרו אמן. אי ישראל ועל רבנו ועל תלמידיהו ועל תלמידי תלמידיהו וכל מנדי עסקים ורצה דיבי עשרה דין דיבי כל עשר ועשר יהי להם וכל שלום ורב וחיס ורחמים וחיים אריכין ומזון אריכי ופורקנה מקדם ואבוהם לישראל ומזון אריכי ופורקנה מקדם ואבוהם לישראל ואמרו אמן. יהי שלום רבים ישראל וחיים טובים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום וברחמיו יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen. Join us for donuts and at your Rebbe's.
I don't know if you have enough for every single boy.